What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Battle Brothers on the Warriors of the North DLC. If you were looking forward to it, here it is. We're going to fight the first Strauchburg company. It's going to be a tough fight. 23 of these bad boys. A few of them are war dogs. It's worth noting. They only have one knight, but a few sergeants, one standard bearer, some arbalisters, and billmen are probably the most dangerous. Let's do it. I made some switches. I brought in Sir Gimli. I gave him some different gear. Svarog needs to heal. And the Cleaver wouldn't be the best in this kind of heavy armor bashing fight anyway. I was tempted also to bring in Behemoth in place of Wanton Fu, just to have a little extra armor destruction in the front line. But I also value the spear wall effect of a fighting spear. So without any further ado, guys, let's jump in. I'm sitting here watching Braveheart, and I was like, you know what? Let's go do this fight. Ooh, we're fighting them in the woods? Huh. Well, that probably favors me. Maybe. Maybe not, actually. Let's wait. See what kind of other shots we might get. It may not favor me. It's going to let us make, if we can kill these dogs quickly, it's going to let us make some really strong defensive lines. But that's what they kind of want to do anyway. The dogs are going to pin me in place here out in the open. And when they make a strong defensive line with their footmen, their back line is going to be billmen and arbalisters. It's actually going to make this a lot fairer of a fight than it should be. Huh. Man, killing these dogs quickly would have been nice. And there's the knight with his full helm. Shield wall is protecting them. No, they're not using shield wall. It just kind of looks like they are. This guy is. Yeah. The rest of them are just using their kite shields. Alright, pop the dog. Can we not get up? We can't. Huh. And we are just missing. We should have shot this dog with our crossbow. You know what? I don't like that at all. Let's sit back here. So, oh man. There's brush here. This is a one slot path here, and we can block it off completely with Fritz. And I like doing with Fritz as opposed to someone like Sir Gimli, just because of the shield. I guess we're using our entire first turn to kill dogs. It's not what I wanted to be doing. Okay, that gives us a bit better of a view. Good shot. This sucks because thanks to the dogs stopping our forward momentum, we're going to use Adrenaline there to hit first. They are probably going to take this high ground position, not with their front line, because we are going to not fight them with their footmen on this high ground. We're going to sit back in this line here and make a bit of a concave. There's a tree there. Okay, so we can make a concave around here, but that's going to give their billmen high ground. We could use Adrenaline and run in and take it. That's an interesting thought. And if we do it here, then they can't get in at all. Perfect. And we can make a three-man wall with some of our strongest brothers, if we can get him in there. Nice, and we're pushing all of their arbalisters back. And we're going to bring ours to stand right behind us. Or we'll just shoot into the blob. That's probably just as good. Kind of need to kill this one now. We're going to jump in with Wonton Fu. We'll have a 3-man surround. Nice kill. Happy to hit him, but if I hit the Billman, I would have been just as happy. And let's jump in here. Start shooting at Arbalisters from this cool angle. The only thing we have to be worried about here, I think, is just that their Billmen are in a really commanding spot. Kind of like just waiting here. They have the numbers advantage. Jumping in only really favors them. Move forward instead of reloading. And even if we're not hitting him, we're exhausting him. We'll just shield wall and wait and see what they do. We do want to get our archers behind our shields, though. Make sure we don't get any lucky Arbalister shots. It's hard to predict their lines of sight because of all these trees in the middle. We don't know if we're giving them, you know, some weird line of sight. I would say Leisure Side is probably in the worst spot right now. We'll take these 93s. Go to work on the easy Billman. Yeah, like I thought, Leisure Side is in trouble. Yeah, that was a big hit. Okay, what kind of targets do I have? I'll take that. I'll take that too. Good man, Zach. Pole hammer hit. It's pretty rough. We might just want to back completely off with Leisure Side. As bad as that feels. Let's wait here. Got him down to 18. Let's bring Gimli up. Can't complain about hitting someone twice. Throwing axes are messing us up, I guess. Lucky. And let's go as far back as we can. Alright, Sir Lancel's up next. We'll let him get up there. Oh, he can't. Okay. Well, hopefully they don't step in. The knight is wearing scale armor. Sir Rupert. I don't know what the odds are that we're going to get whatever armor he's wearing if we don't go out of our way to try. Can we get up? We can. Alright. I'm not unhappy to have Wonton Fu up there. Just would have been nice to have a little more punching power with the hammer. And yeah, by jumping up also we left Zach exposed. Bone plating is going to save him from one shot. The other shot I think hit him in the head. Okay. They're trying to go around. We can bring Gimli back to sit here. We need to step up, though, to make sure we're not exposed. $46, $64. Nice. Yeah, he's going around too. We're going to need to challenge him in some way. And if we could just get Gimli down there, that'll probably just be enough. And you know what? Quick Hands has a reinforced net. We can consider using that. And if we move Leisure Side away from the archers, keeping the trees and stuff between us. Good kills. I'm actually just going to shield wall up here. We could step down, not be able to attack. Doesn't do anything. Nice, a double bleed. I'm pretty sure Fritz is a cleaver master, so this dude is probably dead next turn. Leaping in here, however, feels pretty great. God dang it, and now Kata's exposed. Yeah, I have to start considering that whenever it's been so long, so I've had to fight other factions that can use, you know, as dangerous of ranged units as I can. We're whittling them down, but they're still, I mean, that's 3 Arbalisters. One of them's got a heavy bow. Ow, point blank into Svarog. That hurt. And the knight is kind of like screwing himself over. He's put himself in the bushes and he can't do anything. If we get that hit, we get the kill, almost certainly. Alright, we gave him a nice injury. Perfect. One less scary weapon. And we have just a beautiful position here. If they step up, we get a 2-man surround. If we step up, we kind of screw ourselves over. And we're going to put a crossbowman right here. Give him that bill hook. I wouldn't be surprised if the knight is trying to go completely around. Alright, we cut his artery. And that guy goes down. Perfect. And we're going to close the distance on this Arbalister, who is quite injured. This one wants to rout, and now there's only this guy who has to now switch because we have closed the distance. And we're going to back up with Svarog. He's injured. It's just an issue in terms of his initiative, but his HP is a bit lower than I wish it was. But that's all the Arbalisters neutralized. So I'm guessing the forest battle has favored us, just by taking, you know, smart engagements. Fritz may need some help, but I think we can get there pretty quickly if we need to. Alright, the sergeant's in the fight now. This guy stepped in, activated our trap card. $55. This is clearly a better shot. But I'm going to take this one because if we land it, we kill him. That helps Fritz out. And I feel like this guy here with, you know, basically 3 units on him is really not long for this world. Really hoping the knight would continue to step up. Alright, Ozzy's out of ammo. Refill his quiver. Okay, we're going to move out a little bit here. I don't want this footman stepping in on Leisure Side. Just kind of what I feel like is going to happen. Alright, that's one dead. Let's get on this high ground. Oh, I can't believe that. Come on, Lancel. We're not out of the woods yet. This footman could step here on leisure side and one-shot him. That's something that's dangerous. Fritz can get back into a corner here with Sir Rupert. We'll tie down the standard bearer, though. Alright, perfect. I guess he didn't have the movement to go outside of Gimli's range. Yeah, there's their other sergeant we've been kind of looking for. They've got units up here that were trying to go all the way around. And they ended up just kind of screwing themselves out of having extra units in a fight. Perfect. Just take the high ground, I guess, with our archer. Seems pretty good to me. We've missed some pretty convincing shots there. I wish we would have taken or gotten. This guy's got riposte, but he now has 2 stacks of bleeding as well. Out of ammo. Reload. Step here. Our lines of sight are wacky. Since he's tied down, we can step back in comfortably. Now I'm just worried about Fritz. Went for him because we had the triple surround. Alright, now that he's down, let's try and move closer to our group. Even if Svarog's the only one that can help. The knight's running. I feel like the whole group isn't running, and I don't know why the knights always run so early, considering they're basically juggernauts in this game. Like, we didn't have to fight him. He may be trying to go for a flank. I just kind of doubt it. We'll know what's happening if we can see a unit heading towards us that doesn't have to. For instance, if one of these footmen does jump towards us, we'll know that we're good. And this one guy is just annoying the heck out of us. Come on, don't let him riposte you. Alright, we've got an injury on him. Killing him would free us up for so much more. We got the sergeant. Almost have the standard bearer. And he's running, that's good. Are we just doomed to never kill a knight? We've only killed one, I think, in this playthrough, which is why we were able to get this helmet. But a full helm would be a great pickup. It's the best basic armor you can get in this game, as far as I'm aware. It's 300 durability. It's pretty heavy, as you would imagine. No visibility whatsoever. Nope, they're completely running away. They're out. So I guess we just got to kill these 2 footmen. And this guy right here, and the battle's over. A risky fight that will ultimately end up paying off. Using our archer's superior line of sight to see what's going on. Let's get leisure side just out of there. Step up with quick Hans. I just kind of want to see where they are. Even while I'm sitting here doing this, I got Braveheart on in the background on silent. Just kind of watching. It's over. We can't catch him. If there's ever a movie to get you pumped for playing Battle Brothers, it's got to be Braveheart. So what do we get that was worth something? Some tools, a little bit of gold, food and supplies. We'll sell all of this stuff. But we didn't get any of the big money items. We didn't get the heavy crossbow. It's not what I meant to do, but let's see what the prices are like here. They're pretty mediocre. But we're not trying to go backwards. We're not trying to hold gear. So let's just sell everything. We already have one of these. We do. So we can get rid of that. You know what I'm thinking about. If you watch this long enough, you know that I'm sitting here looking at my gold, looking at my inventory, and I'm wondering if we can afford... Hopefully it's still there. I didn't even check on it. It's not in the armory, of course. It is in the weaponsmith. I want this infamous crusher. A crude weapon like a pole hammer can also be crafted with passion, skill, and attention to detail, as this exemplar showcases impressively. Oh, I did it. I did it. I can't help myself, guys. I truly cannot help myself. That's going to go to Ozzy. That is going to go to our boy Ozzy. How heavy is this? 14 versus, what's a long axe? 14, okay. So with this, hopefully he's going to smash some armor. Let's see what it looks like. Just a really sick looking pole hammer. It's got the special little divots on the front. Probably for punching through armor. Maybe you could grab a dude's shield with it if you hit it hard enough. You can kind of like rip it out of his hands maybe. Very cool. We've got some injuries from that fight. And we certainly need to let Isaac heal up. This weapon needs to go on someone. Man, if we'd have got this a little bit sooner, we could have made Gimli a flail master. Alright guys, we are now sitting at 2 days worth of crowns. We need to scrounge together a few more. Need to get up to at least 3, and there we go. Because what we're going to have to do now is take some fights and make some money. We'll probably head up around Burkwall. I bet there's a bunch of locations here. There may even be some here. I don't know how much I want to bet on that though. Yeah, we're once again in a negative in terms of tools, but we're pretty close. Keep traveling. Alright, brigands. Brigands are easy money. There's only 3 here? What are you doing? We'll fight all the brigands we can get. And then we'll head up to the next city and sell everything we get from these couple brigand encounters. It looks like there's more up there too. They left their crosswomen exposed. See if we can get those easy picks. Alright. Next comes the axeman. Down he goes. We get the axe. We get the knife. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Let's go for an aim shot on this marksman. Nailed him. Pierced his side. We're letting our ammunition do all the work. That gentleman had no shield, so he was always doomed. We're going to back up. Lancel's in perfect health. We'll let him take the brunt of whatever's coming. Just pass with everyone else. Hopefully they give us another shot at the archer's next turn. An aim shot, eh? Looks like he hit us, but he hit us in the bone plating. Throwing spear. In our last playthrough, I had a Kraken shield, if I remember right. They got one-shotted by a throwing spear. Like, the best shield in the game just gets destroyed by some random raider with a throwing spear. It feels so bad. 57. Go for an aim shot. And now we can just step up and pop him. We really don't want them to escape just because we want to get their loot. Perfect. Was hoping to step in and have his morale break. That would have allowed us to step past him and maybe get all the way to this raider. Looks like he's going to move to protect the archer, which is good. I was just worried about him running and taking whatever 100, 200 crowns worth of gear he has with him. That axe is kind of a valuable one. We'll reload our crossbow there. Fully expected him to shoot at Ragnar. He's the easiest target, but he's also got bone plating, so even if he hit us dead in the chest, it's going to do 0 damage. We'll respect the riposte over there. Yeah, now we don't have to respect it at all. We can run right by him. Step up. Can we take a shot? 39%. And let's switch up. So in our last battle, I was hoping to use a tactic that you don't get to see very often, in this playthrough especially, which would have been the use of nets. So we had a reinforced net on Fritz, and what I was hoping to be able to do, can we close the distance on him? We can't. Was to net down the knight. Knights are incredibly powerful defensive units who also, of course, they have good offensive capabilities as well, but that's not what makes them aggravating to fight. The thing that makes them aggravating is that they take forever to go down. They're giant DPS sponges, and one of the best ways to deal with them is to catch them in a net. And since the Beast and Exploration DLC, we've had the option to make reinforced nets. Now I've only made one, mostly due to the fact that we haven't even seen that many web necks. We've gotten a lot of nets, but we kind of just been letting them go. Kind of sounds like a net pun. But yeah, we've been letting the nets go, just selling them. We don't have a lot of people who can make great use of them. I put one on Quick Hands because he does have the ability to just go ahead and throw a net, switch it out, and throw it in the same turn, thanks to Quick Hands. But most characters can't make good use of them, sadly. But against the knight there, we would have lowered his stats and been able to kind of do whatever we want to him. Do we want to surround him and, you know, stab him with daggers? A lot of our brothers do carry daggers for just such an occasion. Do we just want to hold him in place while we kill a bunch of other guys? It's very rare that the AI is able to get out of a net on their first try. Normally it takes multiples. And if they're surrounded and they're using their turn to, you know, get out of a net, you're happy anyway. Because that's a one turn a powerful knight isn't hitting you, and it's giving you a lot of opportunity for setup. So nets definitely have their place in this game, and I'd love to do a playthrough where I make nets like a really big focus. It just hasn't happened yet. I saw 10 tools there. I'm happy to see that. And I'm kind of hoping that this brigand will lead me to another group of brigands, and we can take all of them on in one fight. But if not, we'll just go ahead and fight these guys. And we'll take them on in the swamp. Favors us. And every now and then we should definitely pop up on the map and see where the caravan is. They're going to use this one tree for like really good cover. If we kill this guy, then the whole battlefield is now below us. Very Ender's Game. I love that movie. Never got a chance to read the books. But I have a buddy who's read them and he's like, it's not, the movie's not quite the same as the book. There are a lot of like kind of key differences. But in terms of like telling one story, and he kind of went through all the differences with me. I don't remember them all off the top of my head anymore. But at the time, I thought he was making really valid points. If you consider that they were going to make like a, the Ender series is like a really long one. There's a lot of books in that. But if they were just going for like a one-off movie, it makes sense to me that they would only kind of include the plot that is necessary to kind of move that one story forward. But I understand being a fan and wanting like everything in there. But the movie itself, I loved it. And if you don't know, the reference I was making is basically when they kind of realize, or Ender realizes that he's in space. There is no up and down, no right side up. You can kind of point the battlefield however you want. Man, they love shooting some quick hands. I don't really know why. Alright, I guess I'll take all that. Tie him down. This one tree is like the bane of our existence. Alright, now that he's running, we will just... Perfect. Can we get the last guy? I kind of want to. Not quite. We'll get him here. Alright, no more range shenanigans. We'll get all these kills. Wrap this battle up. Check out where the enemy is. And our ultimate goal. That's what I'm talking about. Our ultimate goal is to stop that caravan. We just have not... has not traveled far enough. And I'm sighing because, man, it's so aggravating that the game, sometimes when the map changes, it just doesn't adjust very well in terms of like questing. All the game knows is that that's part of their territory. It doesn't realize for the player how tedious it is that they're traveling that kind of a distance. It makes for some pretty interesting gameplay, though. I will say that. A few more crowns, we'll take that. Several hundred crowns worth of selling items, and let's head over to Birkwall. Probably don't want to stray too close to Brunwald. So the supply caravan is here. We can see there are 16 members, some of which are no doubt donkeys. And in the meantime, I guess we'll just adventure. We'll go out here and see what we can see or hear. I'm sure there's stuff down here. Let's try and make some money first so we don't go broke. Hopefully the prices here are solid. I'll take that on tools all day long. And kind of regardless, I think we'll sell the small stuff. What's the bear hat telling us? The prices are not great, is what the bear hat says. But we will not go broke this day. Very careful, don't sell any of our good stuff. We're good on food for 8 more days. We're back in the black in terms of our tools. There's a weaponsmith here. Thank God there's nothing legendary, else I'd have to sell my soul. That's all I've got left. Alright, we've got the time to kind of quickly go over there. Whoa, what's going on here? While marching the lands, you come to find a farmer being accosted by a well-to-do looking man. Seeing you, the farmer quickly calls out, "Sir, help me! This treasurer wants to take my crops." The treasurer nods, seemingly as though there's no crime being committed here. "That is correct. I've been sent from House Austin, and I'm here to collect food stores for the army. This is our land and thus our crops." Looks to me like we're standing outside a brick wall. The grind of war gets steadily worse. Fritz the Phoenix asks what you want to do. "Leave that farmer alone. This is none of our business. Out of the way, both of you." So they're already pissed at us, so the idea of, like, pissing off a treasurer doesn't really bother me. Kind of want to take the food. We'll protect the farmer. Although morality has little play in the game of war, you can't help but think this poor farmer's done nothing wrong. You grab the treasurer by his shirt and press him against a farmhouse. His eyes go wide as though you just pierced some veil of invincibility. Just what do you think you're doing? You loosen your grab, because while this man may not be invincible, his name does have the backing of one. Tell your men that this farmer had nothing to offer. Crops were bad this season, got it? You put one hand on the pommel of your sword. The man glances at it and quickly nods. Alright, I got it. The farmer thanks you from the bottom of his heart, and also a little by the bottom of his food stores, rewarding you with a few sacks of grains for your help. So, we get some food. That puts us up to 10 days. Nice. I didn't expect it to be that good. But I think we were sitting at 8 before. Let's see what's out in the wild. Okay. Ancient Dead. Ugh. Ancient Dead's always risky. Still repairing, we're still healing. Let's go down to the edge and see if there's anything else. 17 undead, that's a pretty easy fight for us. Yeah, we'll take that. And we found another location. So after this fight, if we're in good shape, we may want to consider doing even more afterwards. We'll pass with our archers, let them step closer. Kill the Wiedergangers that have weapons. Completely pass with our front line, because they're not going to be engaged this turn. And I guess here we go. Zombie shooting gallery. We're faster than them, so we don't want to use a spear wall quite yet. We can use our falcon to see exactly where the necromancer is and kind of count their numbers. Both of them, man? So there are 3 Geists on the battlefield. We know that from kind of them having the kind of speed that they do. We saw their shadows first. We can only see one of them. We could pass one more time and let them step forward even closer. Just not necessary. Let's just get this fight over with. If we weren't in slightly damaged shape, I would also say we should just start stepping in. But let's give ourselves one more turn of cutting them down. And hopefully the guys step forward now. And wherever they go is how we're going to plan when we start stepping forward. Alright, there's the 2 Geists. Don't let the guy who's possessed attack us. We're not going to step in here. We will step in here, though. Do something like that. Step in there. I'll take it. Would be nice to get our banner out. We are extremely confident, though. The odds of them routing someone are pretty low, and even if they do rout someone, there's no one to attack. They basically have no army. Yeah, not killing him felt pretty bad, though. Alright, we didn't quite kill him. Zach is going to pull out the banner. Some of our brothers look like they're a bit far away. See if we can go first. Get some of these kills. That was pretty good. Step in, get that kill. The swords slash giving us a bonus chance to hit. Still super weird to me that we got 3 of these shields so early on in our playthrough. And then we kind of haven't seen any since. Shooting at Geist is just a waste of ammo. You'll almost never hit them. There's still just one dude sitting, not doing anything. Go for the decapitation, step in here, and if we can get that kill, then this is all there is. Minus whatever decides to resurrect. Man, it's looking like we won't even get to that caravan until the next episode, maybe. If we take another fight down here, for sure. But we are stabilizing. We picked up a new unique weapon. It's pretty sweet. I had wanted to use some of our new brothers. I probably should have rotated some of them in for those bandit fights. And I need to remember to do that more often. Because if we're ever going to make a ninja character, if we're ever going to do anything cool with our new Beast Slayer, we've got to get on that. Let's jump forward. There we go. And now we finally tie down the Necromancer. Surprised, honestly. They must have done something, because I remember in the base game, those dudes ran. By this point in the battle, they would have been gone. Almost for sure. I don't know what... I didn't need to do that. I don't know what the exact difference is. Maybe they just gave them a bit more morale. I know they made it so that they always have these, like, bodyguard Wiedergängers. But I think they also made it so that they have higher resolve. I did the adrenaline mostly just because I was super eager to land a line shot. But I realized afterwards that if I did that, I would probably just end up making it so that I could possibly be so tired that I couldn't take a line shot. Here we're going to use our hammer. Let's do it. Batter. Nice. First zombie blood on the hammer. Well done, Ozzy. Put him in the ground. I think it's going to be up to Fritz here. Or Lancel. There we go. That was a pretty junky fight. We didn't get much for that. And they led us to the ruins of old, which if I had to bet you any money is just full with like fallen heroes. Which I'm not that interested in. They drop good gear though. This is more what I'm feeling right now. Some poachers and marksmen and raiders. Small camp. Is there anyone we could pull out to put in a new brother? I would love to give Skeeb some time in the sun. Behemoth as well. Let's just pull out Svarog and put in Behemoth. Let's give him a better helmet so that he's not useless with super terrible fatigue. This is 16 versus 22. Yeah. And this armor is in perfect condition, so we'll let him wear that as well. Folk gear. We'll pull out Leisure Side. Put in folk gear. And we'll also pull out Ozzy. Put in John D. Something like this. This should be a really easy fight. We could probably just let our front line grind it out. Yeah, there's only 7 of them. And their ranged firepower is a dude with a rock. Alright, that's a good start. Shield wall on him, so we're not going to take shots there. Getting pretty lucky, though. We'll take the 32, because if we hit him, we would have knocked him down off the high ground. Let's try and get lucky. Such damage. Now we can leapfrog here, tie them down, jump in here. Can we get someone all the way out here? Maybe Fritz? Perfect. We just had to make sure we were engaging everyone first, so that way we can jump our guys over. Almost like a chess piece, like a knight. I've always liked chess. I don't know about you guys. It's just such a simple game that I never really ever wanted to devote my time to learning like move sets. Like it's fun, and it's fun, you know, if you're a tactical player, you can, even if you're not the best, you can still see several turns ahead. I think most players can do that, which is kind of what it takes to be good at chess. But then the second thing that it takes to be good at chess, and it's probably the most important thing, is just to memorize a lot of moves. Which is just unfun. Curious if any of you guys out there were ever in any sort of like chess club. And how you feel about it. I'm curious if it was just like, if you ever lost a game of chess, if it was just because, if you ever actually felt like it was because you weren't good at chess, or just because you couldn't memorize a certain number of moves, or what the deal was. And I'm willing to admit I could be a little bit ignorant on the goings-ons of chess. remember not that long ago I was teaching my kids about tic-tac-toe, and the secret of tic-tac-toe is it's almost like a mini version of chess. It's like if you know there's only a certain number of permutations, right? There's only so many moves that can happen, and one of the things that everyone kind of thinks they know is that if you start in the middle, you can't lose, right? Well, I had an uncle when I was a kid who taught me the superior strategy of starting in a corner. And the more and more we played, and the more I played, the more I realized that the corner is truly the only position in the game from where you can start and not lose. If I remember correctly, it's been a while. But as I play with my kids, I kind of remembered it, and I was remembering as we went. And a lot of times what will happen is you'll start in the corner, and then the next best position is the center position. But then if someone doesn't take the center position, the game's over. There's only a certain number of moves that your opponents can make if they don't take the center position after you take a corner spot. And if your opponent goes first in tic-tac-toe, you can go ahead and just, if they know the secret, they'll take the corner. And if they don't, they'll take the center. And then from that point, you take the corner. And from there, it's usually a draw, but you can win. I would love to have a piece of paper, like show you guys with like a graphic or something what I'm talking about, so I don't just sound like a crazy person. Long story short, corner. Corner better than center. Tic-tac-toe. Pro tip from a pro tic-tac-toe player. Just thought I'd pass that on. So we're heading back over here to sell things. The prices here are not awful, they're just very average. And we're basically having to do this just to keep ourselves out of debt. So again, very careful. Don't sell anything you can't live without. And we're now up to 4 days. And where the heck is that caravan? It's coming. Okay. Let's head towards it. Nope, we don't want to walk by it. Let's walk right up to it. Who do they have here? A few arbalisters, a few caravan carts, many footmen. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to save the game real quick, not because I'm scared of this fight, obviously, but because I am a little worried about the game bugging out again on the final battle, and I want to have a save point from which we can load the game, just in case, or from which I can load the game, of course, just in case everything goes sideways in terms of the game being buggy. I really don't want to risk that. So we'll take our B string out for this battle. I think it's okay to let... Well, maybe we want Isaac back in. You know what? We'll let these two guys fight. I'm not happy that Behemoth doesn't have Battle Forged. But let's do something like this instead. Battle Forged is a necessity at this point. So yeah, kind of as I suspected, a few caravan carts. Let's see how many that actually translates into. 2 or 3, I guess. And they gave their arbalisters high ground. Oh, man. Alright, let's see who steps forward. Hopefully some billmen. Maybe they leave these arbalisters unprotected. They don't have Battle Forged. An 80% shot back there. Just keep passing. We want this... If we're going to shoot at them, we want them to step up much farther than that. Leave all of our shields in the front where they're bound to shoot at them. Look at this just solid block of armor. We'll take a 70. We'll probably use our other crossbowman to take that shot as well. Nice. And if we hit him, we'll almost certainly kill him. 54 though is not great odds. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. And we'll step back in with Gimli here. We'll spear wall there. Alright, what kind of odds do we have on anything? 74 with an aim shot. Maybe we can just take multiple aim shots. 71. It's a whiff. 77. Another whiff. Unfortunate. Would have been good to limit them to one Arbalister right at the beginning of the battle. But they're going to get 2 more shots off on us. I don't imagine they'll step forward, but they may. Give us an easier shot. If this was Isaac, we would be taking the high ground right now. But we're just going to opt instead to protect our crossbowmen further. And yeah, they're stepping up, but they're stepping up behind some semblance of cover, even though it's just a billman. I am content with that. Even if we just hit him, I'm cool. Let's get the billhook off the battlefield. Perfect. Put a shot on that guy. He's going to get smashed in the head with a big metal thingy, which is the technical term for a two-handed mace. We have a clear line of sight with our crossbowmen. Get him. Damn. That would have been sick. Double bleed. And if we get that shot, we get that kill. And if we hit this one, we might even kill him. No. It's alright. Heater shield doing its job. Spear wall is probably also deterring quite a bit from them wanting to engage in the front lines. They don't want to test it. But very soon this is going to turn into just us fighting 1v1 versus footmen. And they're trying to flank us. But Behemoth is a pretty good wall up there. Okay, I respect that move. 26, 40s. It's a 51. Alright, it's time for us to do some good work with that great axe. Pierced his leg muscles. What do we got? A 21. We'll go for it. We might have been better off trying to, oh no, to split shield. Breaking this guy's shield, but I just hate doing that because I feel like I'm passing up on money whenever I break a shield. Only in dire need do I usually break shields. This guy's got to go. He's giving them a linchpin. 27, 26. He's giving them a linchpin in their shield wall, which I don't like. And our chances to hit now are pretty poor. We can look at the log to see, what they are exactly. 48, 52. Let's get greedy. Perfect. And now that he's running, that's awesome. We could also go for the decapitation there, and now we can step in. And that's going to lead to a mass rout. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now, all we have to do is put a few shots on this guy, maybe step up with Sir Gimli, and then we'll be able to put the full force of our archers behind this wall here. We could just get ourselves really defensive, start using shield wall, Indomitable. Actually, that's Behemoth. He doesn't have Indomitable yet, but one day. But if they're just going to repeatedly use shield wall, they're not going to be that big of an issue anyway. Nice. Step in. What do we got? A 25, a 49. At the very least, we put Overwhelm on him before it was his turn. You got to also be looking at the turn order. Getting that Overwhelm makes it just a little bit less likely that we are going to get wrecked with a military pick. Step in here. Banner out. Just for flavor. We're doing that for fun. Go for the 19 there. Looking good. 27. Alright, now that the wall is broken, put a shot on him. He's not breaking. We do have to get through this guy. They still have someone back here guarding. So I see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I guess 2 carts. Decapitation. Perfect. It's going to free us up quite a bit. Pass, and I'm hoping we get something good from these carts, like some good weapons or armor or something. Alright, he's coming help now. It's a little late, man. $27, 48. Pierce cheek. Man, Behemoth's not having a lot of luck. He is just low level though. So it's most likely just that his numbers just aren't that high. And he's going to get stunned there. Just doesn't feel too hot. Good kill. It's also going to give us Killing Frenzy. Boy, that scared the hell out of that guy. Decapitation there. Make sure we're not destroying any helmets. And let's tie him down, make sure he doesn't go running. We'll bring all of the ones down here forward. Start looking to take care of that the donkey situation. The great donkey situation of 2019. Nice. Okay, I'm sure that's already loaded, but let's go ahead and just pull out the bill hook. Good luck, man. You are near death. Long axe coming out. Looks like the other donkey is in like the abyss. All right, Behemoth, can you hit a shot? Nope, not today. That's all right. We all miss our shots sometimes, man. I mean, not me. It doesn't happen to me, but it happens to some dudes out here. Come on. This will all be worth it if there's something great in these carts. So I was trying to think of some of the other quests that we have the option to do during the Noble War. And I think one of the biggest ones we haven't done yet was Raid, where we go around kind of like fighting people and we have to kill like certain numbers of certain groups. It's very fun, but very dangerous. Please, guys, let me kill these. Nope. That was maybe your last chance at redemption. Ragnar point blanks a donkey with a crossbow. An impaler crossbow. Couldn't kill him. And this guy's so lame, we're going to kill him off screen. Alright, down he goes. I wish someone would tell me whether or not I actually have to kill them in order to get the stuff. Because I honestly don't. I don't remember. I think you do. But I feel like one day someone's going to be like, yeah, man, you don't have to actually kill the donkeys to get the stuff. And I'm going to look back on this moment and wonder why I wasted so many moments of my life killing virtual donkeys. Run them down. Let's get the full donkey surround. You know what I mean? And if you don't know what I mean, that's fine. Pass. Come on, guys. Save myself some future carpal tunnel. Are we going to end this with that pole arm? No, but we do have donkey blood and zombie blood on that pole arm now. And did we get anything, like, any kind of shipment? Are they just not giving us stuff? I guess not. We just got standard things you would get for fighting that group of guys. It was hard fought, but you managed to kill off the caravan guards. Unfortunately, the troop seems to have employed a scorched earth policy, as they managed to raise every wagon before they could be captured. They knew better than to let all that equipment fall into enemy hands. Well, would have been nice if we had gotten things that were in that. But that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. Let's go ahead and travel back down to the war camp. We'll stop at Dornan to make a sale. Unless they have some sort of unique guy there, I'm not stopping. The barracks and the stone watchtower are in place. Let's camp here for the night. Just to quickly see, we'll check the armory, of course, we'll check the weaponsmith, but mostly we want to see if they have tools. And they don't. What are the prices like here? Just medium. Alright, let's continue on our way to Dornan. Some big companies there. Watching our back as we travel the roads. And yeah, we need to head back down here to initiate the next phase of our quest. Some extremely expensive tools, which we will have no choice but to buy. The Bear Hat tells us that these are remarkable prices. So we need to sell everything right away. We don't need the game's inferior pole hammer. We have an amazing one. Let's buy those. And do we check the Fletcher? Okay, we're good. Let's buy the minute drink. I feel like we all need a drink after that one. And let's head over to the army camp. Look at the battles. We can also head over to Wissendorf just to see if they have any tools as well, perhaps cheaper than Dornan. They do, they have quite a few. I don't know how many we can buy. We need to make sure we have at least 3 days worth of provisions and money. But that puts us nicely in the black. And I think while we have the opportunity, before I go today, pull. Okay, let's do one of these. There we go. Get everything back to normal. So Mudun there. Straight up stealing Svarog's identity. I think that's it. Actually, no. There's no way Behemoth is going to wear worse armor than our level 3 guy. Let's reorganize real quick. Is anyone wearing something they're not supposed to? This all looks fine to me. We also have a level on Sir Quick Hands. How do we miss that? And it's his most important one as well. You know what? I'm going to think about the perks that we need. And I think I'll pump those tomorrow. I'm going to think about it. I'm not sure exactly what I want to put yet on Sir Quick Hands. There's a number of good things he could use. But I'll figure it out. I'm going to put some thought into it. My brain's a little fried right now. We also leveled Behemoth, which is probably going to be a much more easy series of leveling. 4 in Fatigue is a no-brainer. We can also take another 4 in Resolve, and I think we'll take this 3 in Range Defense. And then for him, he's got some good options as well. He just wants to be a big tank. Let's give him Underdog. And then we'll get Battle Forge next. Probably Reach Advantage, probably Berserk. Lots of good options coming up. But anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll read this, and then they're going to let us rest. So Willem welcomes you into the tent, but seemingly ignores your reports. Instead, he is focused on his maps and his continuing debates with his lieutenants on tomorrow's battle plans. You decide to turn in and get a good night's rest. Alright. So that's going to be it. Alright, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.